Greetings from Tenerife, also known as the island of 1,000 experiences. Hiking is definitely one experience you should try if you really want to get close and personal with the island's amazing landscapes. In this video, I would like to share with you my favorite hikes. I think they were a great way to experience the island and its different microclimates. Green predominates in the north thanks to the lush mountains. The south, on the other hand, is drier. In some areas, it looks like a desert. The first hike we did was the Almond Blossom route starting in Santiago del Teide. The hills around Santiago del Teide are traditionally the place to go to enjoy the best scenes of almond trees in bloom. The hike is one way and the starting point is the church square in Santiago del Teide. Officially, the best time for this trail is from February until early March. I was there at the end of March and the trees were still in bloom, so it obviously depends on the year. Since it can become quite cold and windy, even rainy at this time of the year, take some warm clothing with you to be on the safe side, and don't forget sun protection. The next stop of the day was the Anaga forest, where we walked the Trail of the Senses. The wet weather fit like a glove. The forest is made of laurels, lichens, willows, phayas, and other plant species that give it a magical vibe. Some areas of the Canary Islands are still home to a prehistoric natural treasure, laurel forests that have survived here since the Tertiary period. This forest once covered most of northern Africa and southern Europe up until roughly 20,000 years ago. Today they are sadly all but gone. Good morning! We are on our way to hike a beautiful route in the Teide National Park around the Chiniero volcano. The Chiniero volcano is the youngest in Tenerife. The last time it erupted was in 1909. The lava remains are visible everywhere along the path. Although this is a well-signposted circular route, the signs do not provide information on the distance from the starting point. The hike can take between 1 and 3 hours. Along the route you can see Canary and pine trees, black ash flows, and lava from past eruptions. The landscape changes constantly. The Canarian pine tree is endemic to the archipelago and covers vast stretches of land in the mountains of Tenerife. Their main distinctive trait is their ability to withstand fire thanks to the various layers of bark they are covered with that shelter them from the fire and enable them to grow back soon after the forest has burned. It was a nice and easy trail. However, be prepared to frequent changes of weather and temperature. It can get quite chilly due to the winds, so bring a jacket. Good hiking boots are certainly also worth bringing. You will get good views of the volcano and an amazing walk through a volcanic boulder field. Parking is a bit iffy and you need to be there early. We were there at around 9 a.m. and it was relatively quiet. Good morning with a view of the Teide volcano. Today we will try and get a closer look. We are on our way to see the Teide volcano from the Roques de Garcia trail. It's a 3.5 kilometer circular trail, generally considered moderately challenging. It takes an average of 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete. This is a very popular area for hiking, so you'll likely encounter many other people while exploring. the trail is open year-round and is beautiful to visit anytime. For us, it was an amazing way to see Mount Teide, especially if you have an aversion to heights and don't want to do the cable car, or you couldn't book the cable car. The scenery looks a bit like from another planet, so definitely recommend it. For this hike, it is recommended to wear suitable footwear, have water with you, a hat and sunscreen. The parking fills up quickly and the temperature can change quite suddenly, so I would say get there early and wear layers. Check the weather in the morning, the views are always better on a cloudless sky. Good morning with another gorgeous view of Mount Teide. Today's hike will take us to the coast. It's a beautiful day, so I can't wait to see the amazing views. We are walking the Beniho loop, which is an approximately 5-kilometer circular trail near Santa Cruz de Tenerife. From what I've researched, it's going to be a lovely hike with amazing views from the coastal area to the mountains of the Macizo de Anaga. I would recommend to start your trip early as parking is limited and there are many people who decide to do this route every day due also to the proximity of the beach of Roques de las Bodegas. We couldn't find any parking spots, but we could park our car for €2 cash at someone's private property. The views were indeed amazing. We did it clockwise as suggested by other reviewers, which was definitely the right thing to do. The ascent was steep but definitely easier to do uphill due to the rocky terrain. The descent was less steep, so easier on the knees. We had an amazing time. It was definitely worth putting on our hiking shoes to discover a wild and natural version of Tenerife. I hope I could show you that this beautiful island is much more than beach resorts and inspire you to try a few of these hikes when you come to Tenerife. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for another adventure. Bye friends!